Welcome everybody to today's CKA lab for Kubernetes certification. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube's algorithm and I really appreciate it. All right, so in today's lab, we're supposed to create a deployment with 3 pods from nginx image, but the strategy for update is going to be rolling update, and the minimum number pod down can be 33%. It should be maximum actually. Not minimum, but maximum. So basically, if we have 3 pods, only 1 pod can be down at any point while the update is happening. So you're going to verify that, and then we're going to change the image type to WordPress. Then you're going to check it again, and then we're going to delete the deployment, and we're going to take the YAML file to make it this time around as the recreate for the rolling strategy. Well, the difference is when you do rolling update, 1 pod goes down, the new one comes up, and so on and so forth, right? When you do recreate, everybody goes down, there's a downtime, and all the pods are get recreated all at the same time. That's what we're going to do. All right, so to do this, first thing we're going to do, let's see, make sure that we have access to a cluster. KA is the alias to kubectl. K gets nodes. So I'm connected to Minikube. Minikube should be just fine for this lab. All right, so let's do K deploy minus H. K create deploy minus H to give some examples. All right, so let's see, K deploy, blah, 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 blah. What you will see in the examples, they don't give you rolling strategy and all that. So we're going to create a YAML file without actually creating the deployment, and they're going to add stuff in as we need it. All right, so let's take this as an example and change things around. K create deployment. Name is going to be foo. Image remains nginx, no change there. Replicas is 3, we knew that. Now we're not going to actually, darn it, didn't copy, it was too quick. Nginx -- replica equals 3. Instead of, actually I wonder if we can put the type in here, options, allow missing, dry run. Yeah, I don't see an option for that. I was looking for an option for rolling updates. All right, so what we're going to do is -- dry run equals client. Let's see if that works. I mistyped. Client. Okay, so that should not create anything. Okay, that's good. I have a really old one running from I need to kill that. K delete deploy. So that one has nothing to do with today's lab. So I'm going to get rid of it so it doesn't get in the way. All right, so now we're going to run the same command, except this time we're going to do a -yo YAML, so that YAML gets created. We're going to save that YAML file. Let's just say d.yaml. So we can then edit for the rolling updates configurations. Here's all that. I don't see anything for rolling updates. So we're going to have to look for that. So let's say K explain deploy .spec strategy. Here you go. Strategy replacing this. There you go. The strategy. So strategy looks like right off of spec. So that's pretty easy to remember. Strategy. Under strategy, there should be a type, and that should be rolling update or recreate. So to begin with, we're going to have rolling update. All right, so let's do that. So it's strategy with small s. So let's open up the YAML file again. As I mentioned before, under strategy, there's nothing right now. So we should be able to take that out and put type equals, not equals, colon, rolling update. Now, what I want to see though about the, yeah, okay, so capital R, capital U. All right, strategy type rolling update. It's going to complain because I don't think it's complete just like that. So let's see. Okay, apply -f d.yaml. Oh, it didn't complain. Okay, so let's do get deploy, and 2 pods are up and running. Now 3. What I want to see is though, describe deploy who. What is the minimum down number of pods? Oh, it got the default 25%. That is not desired. So we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to change that to 33%. So to do that, we need to look at our specs again. So kexplain deploy dot spec dot strategy and then type and config parameters. Okay, this type. All right, it's not giving me a chance to put in the numbers. RollingUpdate strategy. Okay, how can that be? Let's see what we get for type. Type, yep, we know that. Possible value. I wonder if it will let me do this. Rolling update. Interesting. Okay. All right. I need to figure out how to put the number in for minimum. Rolling update. Replace all replicas. That's interesting. What happens if we go strategy again? Strategy only has rolling update and type. On the rolling update, that might be configs. There you go. So under strategy, there's rolling update with a small r, and that has maxUnavailable, and it's a string. The value can be absolute number like 5, whatever percentage, like 10%. Okay, so let's look at that. So now we look at d.yaml, and under strategy, there's another parameter called this, and it is a string. Therefore, no, it is object, but it under it in the object there's this. So we go here, rolling update here, and object. So I should be able to do something like this. And this is a string, so I should be able to just put the value in, and we will say 33%. 33%. Let's see if that ticks. So let's delete the deployment. Delete deploy foo. Now let's apply it again and see if that ticks. Apply -f d.yaml. Oh, I didn't complain at least. So now if we do describe deploy foo, we should see 33%. Okay, so all right. So now we've got the first part down for the requirement. We have a deployment with nginx image, 3 desired pods, maximum down is 33%. We verified that. Now we're going to change the image to WordPress, which is kind of crazy to go from nginx to WordPress, but it's just a lab. The idea here is we can use a command called kubectl set. So let's look at that. Set deploy -h. No, set image -h. Let's see if I can get some examples here. So updates deployment, you see deployment here. This is the container name. So we need to find out the container name of the deployment. So let's see what we have here. Spec container. Yeah, container name is same as deployment nginx, so that's good. So what we have to do here is run a command similar to this. So I will explain even some more substance in just a second. So set image. This is the example that we're going to work with. So this is our example. So kubectl set image, and we're setting the image for a deployment. So you have to put the word deployment in there. Now you have to put the name of the deployment, which is foo. Now we have to put the name of the container, which happens to be nginx, just like I showed you just a minute ago. And we're going to change that to WordPress. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. All right. See if that does anything. Okay, get deploy. All right. Now we have 3 running, which is awesome. That means it worked. So okay, get pod. And we see there are 3 pods running. And if we describe the pod, I bet you will be WordPress. Describe pod this. Under container, you will see, even though the name is nginx because that's the name came from the original deployment, it got the default name from and just copied the deployment name into container name. But now the image is WordPress. All right, that's kind of crazy, but we did what the lab said to do. All right, so change the image to WordPress. We verified it. Now we're going to delete the deployment. Okay, delete deploy foo. And the next step is change the YAML to make update strategy to be recreate. All right, so you can do that. So you could look at the YAML again. Strategy. This doesn't matter anymore because we're not going to use that type. We're going to change the type to recreate. Recreate. All right, that should work. Okay, apply -f. Okay, apply -f d.yaml. Created. Okay, got pod. Not pod, I meant deploy. Already 3 running. And if you look at the pod, you will see they should have been recreated, I think. Yeah, 15 seconds ago they got recreated because we changed the strategy to recreate. All right, so that should complete the lab here. We did that. We verified. Yep, that's the end of the lab. All right, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. I will see you in the next CKA lab.